Let's get this show on the road. Hey, it's Ruben. What's up? How's it going, my guy? Let's see. I guess I should switch to the part where you can see the Minecraft. That would be important. Last day of spring break. Oh, exciting. Yeah, dude, you gotta go to sleep, get ready for the school again. That's man, the last day of like all the school holidays, that was always like kind of like, I don't know. It was always very sad, you know? Because you've had this little taste of freedom, and you finally get a couple days to do the fun things that you wanted to do, and then boom, you're stuck again. Back to the grind, right? No, but thank you for coming by and saying hello. I appreciate it. Alright then. I think I've got all my links placed places and stuff. I want to see what's going on here. Oh, I like that. These trees are so pretty. Man. Anyway. Hey, it's Gumpy. And Golden Wolf. Hey. I saw you join the Discord server. I tried to say hello, but I think that I was too early and you hadn't selected roles yet, so I wasn't able to shout you out. How's it going? You're gonna go to sleep in 30 minutes? Alright, that's fair. Wait, is Richard there? Is that a thing? I think I'm gonna build some trees. That's the plan. Bart has gotten me interested in trees. Just look at all the trees that she has built. She built all these trees. And I built like 5 trees. So she's also got these really pretty red trees. They're just very, I don't know, they're just very bright and colorful. I like them. Good morning. Nice. I mean, Minecraft together but separate is like it's a good vibe, I feel like. I'm always down for people to just kind of listen in while they're doing their own stuff, you know? Yeah, I'm thinking trees. Oh, Richard's here. Nice. How did Ruben know that you were here, though? Oh, wait, no, you said hi. Okay, never mind. I'm just crazy. I can't read. Can't read my own heckin' chat. That's what it is. Yeah. Thought we'd do a little bit of tree building, try and figure out some of like what's going on this hill and everything, and then maybe start doing some planning for Manaroth over here. Not 100% sure about that. I'm feeling like trees. I think we'll probably alternate a little bit. We'll do some big trees, and then we'll probably do... I want to start incorporating some of them kind of colorful maple trees over here. So if we can go find an example really quick. I think there's maples this way. Yeah, you can join me. Feel free to come hang out and build trees and stuff. Always down for some tree building company. Maple trees. Well, just a maple tree. But I think we'll build a few of these. And we'll see. Yeah, I think they look nice. I think this is a good spot to introduce them, though. I have to remember what all blocks are in here. I think it's just these down here. That looks about right. I don't know. We'll have to... I should have, if I were smart, I would have already done the pallets out, but I'm not an intelligent person. What's the chat saying? You are a hacker, Ruben. I acknowledge that. I know when Richard arrives. Mangoes, I like it. I don't know. I've never been a huge fan of mangoes, but I think maybe that's just because I've never had a really good mango. Oh, question. Yeah, shoot. What's your question? Feel free to ask away. Also, I apologize a little bit if I don't always answer everyone's messages. I don't pay enough attention. I should pay more attention, but I do not. Let's see here. Let's clear out some of this brush. Grass, tall grass, ferns, large ferns. It still bugs me, and I know that I say this almost every single stream, but it bugs me a little bit that they're called large ferns and not tall ferns, or that they don't call the grass like large. Large grass seems kind of weird, but it does bug me a little bit that it's not called tall ferns. So I feel like that would make more sense, right? Oh, palette for the mountains. In terms of like the stone bits and everything, here, let me. There should be. Hold on, let me check something, because I think in that palettes document I sent you. I don't know if you have access to that document, but it's basically just stone and clay and andesite. And I think that's it. And then I add some cobble and mossy cobble and gravel down near the bottom, the base of the mountain, because I imagine it's kind of like the stones kind of roll down the mountain. Oh, we got everyone online today. Look at that. You know, like it's the little loose bits of stone that roll down to the base of the mountain. But anyway, let's see. You don't like mangoes because you've only had the American ones. That's fair. I don't know what real mangoes are like. Someday, though. Someday I'll come to, where are mangoes? Are mangoes from India? Is that like, are they a native species, or? I don't know. And then we'll do 2 for like the trunk. Should mask both of these. Mask. Were you sure about the sand in the lake and rivers? Yeah, sand is fine. I mean, it's up to you. If you want to do, dirt or gravel or something like that, feel free. You know, because I think that I think up in the mountains and everything, it's mostly kind of silty dirt kind of stuff, compacted dirt. So it's up to you, whatever you feel like. Mangoes are India. It's the national fruit. All right, that's cool. I like that. See, I'm learning new stuff. I had no idea that mangoes were from India. To be honest, I don't know a lot about mangoes in general, so I mean, maybe that's part of the problem. Let's see. Let's do like that. And then maybe this one will actually have a kind of a little second bit that comes out there. Yeah, I like that. This one might be a fairly large example of one of these trees, but that's okay. Large is okay. Let's do this. I'm forgetting how to use commands. Pardon me. Move to India, you'll learn a ton about them. Alright, I like it. Can I come live at your house? let's add some branches. More than a question, it's more of an answer. Not that it matters much, but if you see that I take time to write, or if I don't get the answers because my language is not English, no worries. I try to understand it many times, and the vast majority of times I use the translator. Hey, you know what? You do you, man. You know, like but yeah, no, I mean, there are definitely people. There are lots of people, you know, who come and watch these streams and stuff where English is not their first language. No worries, no judgment. I mean, I can't complain. I don't speak any languages except English. So if you know English and another language, you're already beating me. But yeah, if you ever need me to repeat something or explain something, you know, definitely ask. That goes for like messages, you know, outside of streams and stuff as well. Most of the time, Google Translate's good enough in both directions that I can translate what I'm saying with Google Translate and then send it to you. That makes things a little bit easier sometimes. But okay, let's try this. This is like a small one. Yeah. Perfect. There's that. English. Come to my house and I'll go to yours. Alright, sounds like a plan. What's that? What was that TV show that was really popular? Like House Swap, where like two people switch houses, and I think they usually did like a rich person goes and lives in a poor person's house, and a poor person goes and lives in a rich person's house, because you know reality TV is just like real life, right? Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, a little complicated. English is my main language. Hindi is horrible, and I can speak French. That's fair. I feel like I don't know. Maybe this sounds bad, but I do feel like English is something that you learn a lot of English even if you don't know a lot of English. Like being on the internet, just because the prevalence of English speaking people on the internet seems to be just really high. I don't know exactly what it is, but there's like a surprising number of people. Hey, Finn, thank you. Dude, what is that like 8? Oh, it's 8 months. There it says there. 8 months in a row. Holy cow. Dude, you really, I appreciate it, but you really shouldn't subscribe given how little I stream, because I feel like you're not getting your money's worth. It makes me feel bad, so I'm sorry, bro. I will try to stream more often so that your subscription is not in vain. Oh man. Hey, no more curses. This is what's the word? This is a PG stream. Parental guidance is suggested but not required. Actually, that'd be very funny if someone's parent came into one of these streams like, "Hey, you taught my son or daughter a curse word, and I'm very upset at you." I would feel bad. I would definitely be upset. Like sad, I guess. Who's that? Oh, I think that's Richard. It could be Richard. I don't know. He just disappeared into the distance. I don't know who Kin Follett. That name sounds really familiar. I don't know what they've written though, but I guess the answer to that would then be no. I have not read Kin Follett, or maybe I have, but I don't remember it. Was me. Oops. It's all good. Whatever it takes. Are you trying to get me to stream more? Is this a subtle clue, Finn? All right, just for you, buddy. You're going to single-handedly make me motivated, which is a hard thing to do because I mean I can't even do that. So more power to you if you're able to. Family friendly. There you go. That's the one. School's been ramping up. Haven't had time for Minecraft. That's fair. I'm just building trees right now. We're over by. This is the area that Bart. Remember when Bart started that little village in the hills? Quote unquote little village. Well, it's grown a little bit. It's not quite so little anymore. So I felt bad that we have done basically nothing over here to help out. Bart's been all on her own. So I've decided I'm gonna help by making a single tree. Oh. Where are you? Let's see. TP. What bridge is this? Oh, is this the one to Manaroth? Yeah. Yeah, I would say probably not simple. We would probably like be better to have a kind of a larger, fancier bridge if you could. Don't worry if the ends of it are up above the ground, because this is going to be one of the roads that leads into Manaroth, which is a pretty big city. Although I understand that for you, big is a different concept than for most people. So, you know, I don't know. I don't actually know if no, you're definitely in this chat. I think you can. I don't know. Oh, maybe you should invite your dad to the stream. Dude, my dad would be so bored in this stream because he is just. I don't even know if he knows what Minecraft is. I know that my entire family like has a vague idea that like I stream on YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that, but I don't know if they realize that like just how much time I spend on this. I feel like if they did understand that, they would be more concerned about my future, which they are, but they could be more concerned, I suppose. So I don't know. Let's see. What else? Here on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. There you go. I like it. Gotta do the double stream support. It's important. Most people don't know when I'm insulting them. Something to do with my English. I do it too eloquently. Wow, humble brag much? People are not even smart enough to know when I'm insulting them. Dang. That's a low-key burn. I like it. These branches are getting out of control. This always happens. I feel bad. I always mess these trees up and make them way too big. I can't help it. Small trees are just not in my wheelhouse, apparently. It is looking great, right? I'm all for more Bart areas. They're all masterpieces. This one is like I agree with you. Everything Bart touches turns to gold. But this in particular, this area is like, whoa. It's kind of, I don't know. This is what happens when you leave Bart alone with space to build, you know? Before she was confined to building within the limits of a town, and what you see what happens when you give her some space, right? It's crazy. Little village proceeds to grow a little bit. It's not even just the city, it's the fact that every single tree that you see in this picture, none of these are trees that grew naturally. Bart built every single one of these trees. There are literally hundreds of trees right here. Oh my goodness. It's just a little nutty. She says it's like, she told me the other day it's like knitting. Like it's just something to do to pass the time. I'm like, dang. If that's what it looks like when you're just passing time and not like actively like trying, like I want to know what it looks like when you're actually trying. Because that's a lot. Let's see, what you're building is a tree. Yeah, I'm building a tree. So it's not going to stay gold, obviously. The gold right here is just kind of a base layer so I can see the tree a little bit better. And then what we'll do is we'll paint it using World Edit. So what we'll do is we'll use a command that changes the gold blocks into other blocks. But right now I'm just kind of planning out where the branches are going to go and stuff. Also, I apologize. There's a bit of a delay with this stream and with most of the streams I do. Just so that I can continue to to do the streams and have people actually be able to understand me and not lag out. My internet's, for the most part, pretty good, but sometimes it has its issues. Ruben is talking to himself between Twitch and YouTube. It's mainly because I pull out a word most people have never heard before. They're not really vulgar, they're just insults. That's fair. What was it I saw? I don't remember. I saw a really good insult the other day, though. Like, live on Reddit. Like, in the comment section, like, in real time, I watched the, just an argument break out between a couple of individuals, and there are some really, just excellent insults in there. Okay, this seems pretty good. This is a huge freaking tree, man. It's just, I know that. Okay, Finn, here's the deal. I know that it looks like a lore-sized tree, but it's literally just a regular tree. I just made it too big because I have no boundaries. But yeah, no, this is just a tree. I mean, maybe we can give it some lore because it is enormous at this point. But it was only intended to just be a tree. Oh, everything Bart touches turns to gold. Proceeds to showcase a tree that he built with gold. I knew that was gonna come up. Called that one. There's nothing wrong with things being made out of gold, you know, provided they either it makes sense for them to be made out of gold, or you're intending on changing it later. Yeah, all these trees were hand built. Look, these this is not a kind of tree that you can find in normal Minecraft. They're made out of sandstone. And then there's these ones that are made with kind of acacia and stuff like that. And then I think some of these oak trees might be like default Minecraft oak trees that Bart then kind of went and filled in a little bit more because they look sort of normal. And I know that she's talked about doing that in the past. These willow trees with the long hanging bits. No, they all just look really nice though. I wish I was good enough to build the same stuff while passing time. I know, right? He's so casual about it. It's just like, oh yeah, I just built a couple more trees in Muddlewump. You know, you should take a look when you get a chance, and I come over and just like, oh, forest. Where did this happen? So, I don't know. Everyone on this server is ridiculous. In a good way. Let's see. Oh my god, there's so much going on in the chat. Are you planning on redoing my tree tutorial? I might do a tutorial for these big trees at some point. That might be a good idea. What's the temp over there in Alley? Let's see. It is currently, let me check my thermometer. 53 degrees, and it's 10:30 in the morning. 53 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius, because that would be crazy. It is massive. I love those sorts of insults. You get it. If you practice, you'll see you improve. Yeah, see, Ruben, you just gotta practice, man. That's what I keep telling him, too. Keebler tree franchise location. That could be possible. Although I think that these are halflings over here, so maybe some other halfling live-in trees franchise or something. Churchill was so good that I took a bit of inspiration from his jibes in the beginning. An empty car pulled up and Atlee walked out. I don't get that one. I don't think I know enough about history to get that one. I don't have the time. It was mainly just a Bard appreciation post. I get it. I just built the White House, by the way. Nothing too fancy. I was just bored. Do you use a thermometer to check the temperature? It's 11C. We hit 41 while I was in school a few weeks ago. It's not. I mean, it's cool. I wouldn't say it's cold. Like, it's weather where I would wear like a sweatshirt and shorts instead of a t-shirt, instead of just a t-shirt and shorts. But you always have to wear shorts because it's California. No one here wears pants. That's actually not true. Everyone wears pants. I just don't like wearing long pants. I don't know why. It just is. I've decorated some paths before in the end. It turned out very nice. Nice. I like that. Paths are actually like surprisingly hard to do. There's a football match going on. Luckily I had second sports, so I wasn't playing. Asher, you're a sloth. You have fur. That's fair. That's fair. But dude, I wear shorts everywhere. Yeah, but okay, this is what I've come to learn about you, Ruben. Hold on. You have like a really crazy approach to cold weather. I don't know what it is, but like it just like I don't know, like cold weather for you is like warm here, so I guess it's just because it's always so hot and you're used to it being hot. I don't know, but I couldn't do it. Okay, so now just to kind of explain what I'm doing, we are adding branches by connecting up these dots and then converting them into gold. So we do the same thing here. Okay, no, that didn't work. Try to get them to branch out a little bit. Branch out. That's fun. I guess that's literally what it was built for, though. Churchill basically called Attlee a political non-entity. That's not nice. Dang, Churchill. I feel like it would be a sick burn for like a very select portion of the population who understands the joke. Which I guess is a thing, you know? Jokes where only some people, or you have to be woke to understand. I don't like the cold. I don't mind the cold weather while out. 18C is like, I'm pretty sure that's fairly warm. I have no idea. I don't know anything about Celsius. But I know that 20C is like room temperature, I think. I don't know. I'll have to do the conversion at some point. But I feel like it's not that cold. Or not that warm. These branches are looking great. Wow, I did such a good job of placing these random glass blocks. I don't know how I did that, but it's working. Churchill wasn't nice, he was a savage. Alright. We're talking about Winston Churchill, right? That's a name I remember from history class. No big deal. I took a history class once. That name is like basically all I remember. I'm terrible at history. And I guess because I'm terrible at history, I'm doomed to repeat it. What they say, huh? $18C is 64 Fahrenheit. That's actually not bad. 64 is like kind of probably the like shorts weather. Anything much colder than that, like you would probably want to consider putting on some more layers. It's gotten to be. It's been mostly pretty cool the entire time I've lived here in this part of California so far. But I do know that it does get warmer in the summer. You know, I mean, you can very easily reach like 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Or not, on the hot days during the summer. So, you know. Definitely does get warm here sometimes. I have no idea what 100 degrees Fahrenheit looks like in Celsius. I forget the conversion rate. I should probably, like, memorize that, because I feel like that would be... I feel like this conversation comes up a lot. Winnie Churchill. Oh, man. Do you think his friends called him Winnie? It's a good thing. I like it. Who's the best at winning? Good old Winnie Churchill. Do you pronounce it like Churchill or is it Churchill? He was like from England, I want to say. That sounds like it's a true thing. God, this tree is huge. This was such a mistake. This tree is way too big. Why are you still posting on both different sides of this? Oh man. Jeez. This thing is enormous though. It's not practical at all. Looks like it's trying to make some tree lore. I guess so. Maybe this is the mother tree. I feel like Bart's gonna be upset because like Bart's been poking and prodding me like, hey, you should build some trees over here when you have some time. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'll definitely do that. And then I do finally come build trees, and it's this monstrosity. Then you get a message from Bart, just like, dude, seriously? Like, why? I don't know if I can imagine Bart saying, dude, seriously, but... Nah, I can imagine. Let's see if we can make this fit in a little bit better. Oh my goodness. This thing is just... maybe too big. Maybe too big. You like the enormous tree? Alright, that's fair. I don't know, it's astro-sized for sure. Like, this is definitely, like... I mean, I guess that's the thing, is that people by this point, having spent time building around me... I feel like people by this point should understand that if you ask me to build a tree, it's gonna end up being far too big. Maybe people have already done that and they've come to accept their fate, right? The trees are always going to be too big. The buildings are always going to be too big. There's never going to be any interiors. It's going to be a whole thing. Oh my god, so many messages. I'm trying to not stop your two messages. You'll lose your train of thought. That's what she said. Oh, when we're talking about the tree is too big. Nice. Americans, no, we don't watch cricket. I don't even know what cricket is. All I know is it's some British thing, like that baking show. Probably more sports, I guess. Back. Yeah, if you ever ask me to build something, you always have to ask me to build it much smaller than you really want it to be, because it's inevitably going to get out of hand. I'm trying to trim this one down to size, but with limited success, perhaps. I'm going to do my homework. See you later. Oh yeah, catch you later. It's very nice to see you. Come back and visit us again if you find time. Nope, that one needs to be there. It's Churchill. Okay, that's what I thought. Churchill. Oh man. Oh, we have to go see Richard's small bridge because Richard's like me. We are birds of a feather. When he says it's a small bridge, it's never a small bridge. Never. We're gonna go see. Cricket is better baseball. I like that. I don't know anything about baseball either, so. What? This bridge is so little. What is this? Richard, what have you done? This bridge is so small. I like it though. I do like the coloration, the sandstone and the granite. I was thinking I might use kind of a bricks and granite palette for a lot of oh my god, what's it called? Manaroth, the big city over here. Function over form. I feel that. It might need to be a little bit taller, because I would like to have the option of sending boats down this way. So maybe a little bit taller if you could manage it, but I'm not overly concerned about that stuff. Church kill. It gets me. What does Astro consider regular size for Bart? I mean, this is like, I mean, this isn't even like a big tree. It's just like it's big compared to the things around it, but I wouldn't consider this like a big tree. That's kind of part of the problem, is that it definitely is a big tree. It doesn't strike me as a big tree. I don't look at it and be like, oh, that's a big tree. I'm like, oh, that's a perfectly normal size for a tree. And therein lies the problem. Right? So this is not a perfectly normal size for a tree. This is absolutely too large. If this is small. Oh, it's Churchill? Time to see Richard's bridge. We both go big. This is so small. I do. I have to have big standards, you know? Because go big or go home. That's what people say here in America, probably. I feel like at least one person I've known has said that, at least. Yeah, if there's two phrases that I've learned being American, it's go big or go home, and risk it for the biscuit. Which, thinking about it, could, I suppose, be actually more of a European phrase that I've just seen stolen, but either way. Yeah, I mean, the issue here is that, like, it's just, like, the skeleton of the tree, if it were just the skeleton, would probably not be too big, but once we add leaves, this thing is going to get significantly taller and wider. So it's not a problem yet, but it's going to become a problem, I can tell. Maybe we're just okay with that. I don't know. Don't know how to feel or how to deal. Wow, that was very poetic. How to feel or how to deal. I like that. I'm a poet and I didn't even... river you made? Yeah, sure. I can come look at the river. I'm good at looking at rivers. It's one of my top 10 skills. On my work resume, my CV, it says good at looking at rivers. Yeah, I'll come check it out. Let's see. Where are we? Oh, I got lost. Yeah, it looks good. I like it. I think maybe something you could also do that might help a little bit, depending on how you feel. Can't see me? Oh, you're talking about this river. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was looking at the empty riverbed. Oh, I like this. This is a cool cave. It's a scary cave vibe. I like it. Yeah, no, I like this. We've got this grass stuff underwater. That's kind of neat. Like, very mossy in here too. It's kind of spooky. I don't know, in a wholesome way, wholesomely spooky. this river is good though in size. The way it steps down is very good. Yeah, no, this looks great. Definitely, yeah, definitely good. I would say probably one thing that we want to try and do would be to have more mossy cobble and more dirt directly next to the water line, because then we can plant trees and things on it. Yeah, I think seagrass is going to be good. You can also, I mean, if you feel like it, for extra detail, you could add like some stairs and slabs underwater, you know, the waterlogged ones, just to try and smooth it out so it's not quite so blocky. But I mean, I'll leave it up to you. I'm not too worried about it. I think we do want to try and have some sort of distinction though. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. I think we want to have some distinction though between the stuff that's underwater and the stuff that's above water. Because right now the mixes are pretty similar. I would maybe add a little more dirt / gravel underwater, just so that it looks like we want the low points of this mountain, which in this case are the rivers because that's where the water flows, to have more fine deposits of things, right? So things like dirt, gravel, silt, because, you know, the small particles tend to get stuck in these crevices. And I think that would be a nice way, just a little more dirt, just to distinguish that this isn't just a random part of the mountain where water is flowing, but more that this is, you know, this is a river, right? It's something that's been here for a while. So stuff to think about, but I think overall it looks really good. I'm a big fan of any custom water features. Yeah, I like the way that cave looks from over here. I think this will also definitely look a lot better in general when we add trees and things. Because I would like there to be some trees up here. But yeah, we got this big lake. I don't remember if you were here, Ruben, but we built last stream we made a lake, and then the lake extended into little rivers that went up the mountain, and those became other lakes, and then eventually we had this big volcano up here. We actually connected it in, and so you can see this water here. So the water's gonna flow out of a hole in the side of this volcano and then down into the lake. It's gonna be really pretty. I'm very excited. Oh, catch you later, Ruben. Get good sleep before school and all that. This whole area is just really pretty. Oh, I wanted to look over here too. I know that there's been more things built over here since the last time I was here. This place is beautiful. There's also still some diamond blocks where I need to build some trees. Oh man, Isabel's so good at building this. She's built like basically all of this by herself, and it's adorable. I love all these buildings so much. We need to connect them up with paths, but like, look at this aesthetic with the sandstone and the nether brick and the vines all over the building and everything. It's a vibe. It's a really good vibe. All these buildings are fantastic. And I particularly love this this garden over here. Like, oh man, with like the little hedges and stuff. Apparently, she showed me some pictures. Apparently she makes a lot of these. Like, this is like one of the things she most enjoys doing is building these beautiful symmetric gardens. And yeah, she showed me pictures. She's built like tons and tons of them. Some of them like enormous. Some of them like the size of this whole place. So at some point I'd like to find a spot where that makes sense and convince her to come and build some more. But this owl's head's a little separated. I love all the little player character animals. They're just so cute. There were some hedgehogs somewhere around here. I don't know. Are these the hedgehogs? I don't think those are hedgehogs. I think those are little tiny rams. I don't know. There were some hedgehogs, I think maybe over here. Let's see if we can find them. I love these little owls. Tiny sheep. Oh, are these them? No, these are little fairy people. I don't know. I don't remember where she put them. But I know that she put down some little hedgehogs at some point, and they were really cute. I saw them in one of the streams. I don't remember where. Anyway, this whole area is beautiful, but as you can see, I need to finish with the roads. I need to connect it all up. Connect it all up. Put the lime and the coconut. You guys like the new music, by the way? So, I've been searching for music that I can, like, use. That's, like, I don't know, I'm not gonna get copyright issues with. And, I stumbled upon Riot Games, the company that makes the League of Legends franchise and Valorant and stuff. They have like a bunch of music that they're allowing people to use royalty free with credit and all, obviously, and all that. Called Sessions. It's like super cool. This is some of the music. This is from. Oh man, I wish I could tell you the title of the song. I actually don't know off the top of my head. But yeah, it's really cool stuff. I'm experimenting with some of it because I think it'll be interesting to use it. Hopefully, I'm not violating any of their policies. I tried to read through it pretty thoroughly and make sure that it is what I think it is. That it is like, you know, just available for use. But I honestly, it's possible that I may have missed some requirements in there. So if so, I apologize. But yeah, I need to find some music. I would really like to find some classical music. I think I feel like classical music in Minecraft is just such a good vibe. A buddy of mine, Matthew, who's Booney Rabbit on Twitch and other platforms, he was doing an Elden Ring and classical music stream the other day, and it was just, I mean, it was just perfect. It was so wonderful. But I think the issue is that I'm also streaming on YouTube in addition to Twitch, and YouTube is like much more like picky, I think, about what you can and cannot use. But I like streaming on YouTube too because, like, I feel like there's people who follow the channel on YouTube who don't have Twitch. I don't wanna you know, have it be the case where you have to be on Twitch in order to watch these, you know, live and everything. I like being able to multi-stream, but I don't know. Maybe ultimately it's not gonna work out. Hard to say. It's like the hardest part, always. Just trying to sort out these branches and make them look sort of normal. They don't have to look extraordinarily normal, but they do have to be mildly convincing, I would say. And the issue is that they have to be like, they have to make sense from like all the different angles. I feel like it's an important detail. But we soldier on. I think overall this tree is coming out well. I think that's also part of the problem is with these enormous trees is that they are so big that it takes a long time to build them. And that kind of takes some of the fun out of it because you can't build, you end up building like one tree per stream, which is not the content that people are always looking for. Sometimes it is, but I actually don't like that very much at all. Let's try this. It's better. That is even better. Good. And I think having shorter branches is going to be good. So we have short branches. Then it kind of brings the, what do we call it? The leaves, the crown, I guess, the crown of this tree together a little bit more compactly. I think that leads to just an overall better shape. Yeah, that seems okay. Let's see here. So like this one, I think I'd probably want to move it down here and shorten it. And then this branch, we can just shorten it normally. Yeah, it's a little bit more tightly packed. I think that's important. Yeah, I think that works. We just want this to feel smooth and well supported, I guess. All the blocks are in the right place to make it seem realistically like this tree could grow this way. I think is for the most part the case here. There's definitely little bits and pieces that I need to open a little bit. And I wish I could say with certainty, like, what it is I'm looking at with these branches that makes me feel the way I do about them. So that other people could do it, you know, where... That was what I always wanted when I was learning how to do this stuff. It's like, I don't want people to just do it. I want people to do it and then tell me while they're doing it why they're doing it. You know, like, I'm doing it this way. You know, when you see it, when it looks like this, you should do this. You know, kind of straightforward. But I'm realizing as I've been working on all this stuff that I honestly, probably a lot of the reason that people don't do stuff like that is because I think that a lot of people, like myself included, we just don't really know. Sometimes it just looks right. Sometimes it doesn't look right. And I don't really know what there is in the way of like methods for understanding why it looks right sometimes and it doesn't look right other times. But I think in general, like the biggest thing I'm looking for is just smooth curves, right? So we've got this. This is a smooth curve. Oh, catch you later, Bart. See, like here, like this block is too chunky because I think that it lines up with this block back here, and that makes this feel like a flat spot. Which also, like, look at the reflection of the grass on the underside of those blocks. That's super cool. I'm getting distracted though, but I think that it makes that face look just flat, and I don't like that. I want to break it up so that it doesn't. So I'm going to remove that block. And now this whole thing just seems like it curves around a little bit better. There's no obvious spot where it's flat, and I think that that's what I'm looking for more than anything else. It's just the illusion of curvature, because it's a block game, right? So, you know, at the end of the day, nothing we ever build is going to be a smooth curve. Just, you know, facts of life, right? But we can sometimes cheat a little bit and, you know, add some blocks here and there, remove some blocks here and there, just to get like kind of a you know, an illusion of smoothness, right? Ships can pass, nice. I'll have to go take a look at that in a second. Yeah, it's like, this is okay, right? The one thing I'm noticing here is that this is a very tight curve down here. I'd rather it be a more gradual transition, because right now it looks like this branch is sticking out at like kind of a right angle. So what I'll do is I'll add a block here. I'll add a couple blocks there, so we don't end up with, you know, too many straight lines. I think that's not good enough. This is pretty good, because now we have a more gentle curve, right? That's kind of the goal. I think here where we have these little pinched gaps, I think it's good to just kind of fill those in some places, because it doesn't make sense to me that there would be like a gap this small in a trunk of a tree this big, right? So if we connect it up, it gives us a smooth transition, but now we got this flat hard line right here. The side of this tree is flat. That's not good. So we want to try to find ways to smooth it out. So here we've got a curve here. We also know that there's got to be, we don't want this to be pinched again, so 2 blocks is not enough. 3 blocks might not be enough, but if we do that, then this stuff starts to line up. It's just, it's complicated. Something like this I think looks good, because you've got a little bit of curvature here, right? That's not a flat line. But if we look at it from this angle, it's also, we got a little bit of curve here, a little bit of a curve here and here. And it's, everything is just smooth lines, you know? I mean, as much as you can in a game made out of cubes. Gaps like this are kind of, they make me nervous. So maybe we'll get rid of this block. But then I think this block looks weird because it's only connected by a corner. So if we do something like that, I think that helps. You even bring that up. That gives us that pinched area again. So maybe we bring that down. I like that. That gives us a bit of a smooth curve without this gap feeling too small. I don't know if any of this makes sense, but I'm not even convinced it makes sense to me, but sometimes it feels right, sometimes it doesn't feel right. And as much as possible, we try and do what we can to make it feel right and move things around until it stops feeling wrong, you know? It's the best way I can describe it. It's like this one, that just felt like it was too fat up here at the top. So if I get rid of this, now this is like a skinny line that blends into the rest of this branch. And I think that's what I'm looking for. It's just blending. This is a very weird transition because this branch is so thick, but this branch is so thin. So we can thin this one up a little bit towards the end, and then also thicken this part a little bit. This is way too long also. We need to shorten it. It's better. I think this needs to be connected a little bit more robustly. Maybe like that. Yeah, because now I feel like this gets thinner as it gets longer. That's kind of the way these things work. I still think that this transition from here to here is a little bit wonky. So maybe we'll try to take away a couple blocks there. Something like that. Now that feels like more of an even transition of thickness. Over time, if you do enough of this stuff, eventually you start ending up with shapes that look really good, you know? Just a matter of staring at it for a long enough period of time that you figure it out. Not a huge fan of how long this branch is. I think probably we need to maybe do like this and do this little part by hand. Something like that. Oh. Wait, let's go look at Richard's Bridge, because I forgot to do that. Also, I'm going to drink some water. Oh, now this is the Richard I know. Look at this. Look at this. Ridiculously over detailed and beautiful. I love it. It's fantastic. Oh, no, I like this bridge a lot. Are there like rabbits or chickens or something hidden inside here? Oh, parrots. I didn't know you can put leads on parrots. Huh. Oh, I see. I like that. You got like these little belt things with weights on them. Nice, nice. I would say probably this area, and I know that the signs are kind of in the way. We can move the signs later. But I would say that this area, this walkway onto the bridge, probably needs to be a little bit wider. More in line with the width of the whole bridge. Because I think that that way you could drive a cart up and over. 10 out of 10 wood bridge again. Agreed. We'll have to find a way to pick up this sign, crossroads sign kind of thing, and move it. This is really cool, though. I love the engineering aspects that Richard manages to work in. Like, it's not just a drawbridge with strings on it. It's like a drawbridge with strings on it, and then like belts that go over pulleys with weights. Like, it's very well engineered. Looks really good, though. I like it. Looking good. Looking really good. All right. Actually, from a distance, from a distance, this bridge actually, or this tree doesn't look too bad. Get this out of the way. Like with leaves, I can see it. It's not. It's big, but it's not that much bigger than the surrounding trees, I think. Just maybe an old tree. I think if we build a few of these too, that'll help kind of blend. Blending. Alright. Let's work some more on these branches. That's not gold. Okay, cool. That looks pretty good. There's a couple more of these branches to go, and we'll actually have them all detailed out. This one's very flat along here. I'm trying to think of a way. Might just be adding a couple things like that. Maybe just that's enough. Don't know. Maybe we need to rework this this branch right here. Maybe something like that. That's a little bit better. Okay. Take a look at this branch. There's also elements of this that we can smooth out later by adding more blocks. And once we get to this step where we add stairs and slabs and all that, could work out. She seems pretty good as is. Okay. These are too long. That's way too long. Let's shorten it down to like this. Yeah, that works. I think we need to, again, we got that issue where it's like really thick branch to very thin branch. I think that's something we need to address by making this a little bit smaller. And this a little bit wider. A couple of these junctions. A little bit better. A little bit. Don't know why that's up there. It doesn't make sense. If we do that, we can take some of this stuff off. Actually, I think that's pretty good. I don't want to take too much more off than that, because I think that our branch will end up being too small at that point. Yeah, I think some thoughtful narrowing some of these junctions will be good. Take off all of this. Let's see. Okay, okay, I can see it, we're getting there. This one we just need to push it away a little bit from, I don't want the branches like right next to each other because it tends to look a little bit strange. We can do like that. It gives us the same sort of general look that we were going for. And I feel like this one needs one more little bit right there. I think this one needs like a little branch that comes out. Maybe here. Something like that. There we go. That's good. That is beautiful. Look at all of this. This tree is still enormous, but at least it's makes more sense now. Let's address this bottom part. I want to fill in any parts that don't touch the ground because I feel like trees generally, they kind of puddle out at the bottom. The root structure is important. You know, it's what keeps the tree from falling down. These big square sections are bad. We don't like those. But generally it just means knocking a few blocks off here and there, just so that it ends up being a slightly more pointed structure. Also want to add some stuff here. Probably connect that up. I don't like this is all on the same level, so I'm probably going to move a couple of these around so that they're at different levels. It helps break up the outline a little bit. Fill that, but because I'm filling that, I'm going to move this down so that we have slightly better, it's more consistent curve, I think. This is kind of weird and square. I think it needs to come down this direction a little bit more pointed. Hey, what's up? How's it going? We just visited Illias. It's very beautiful. I'm very, very excited to see that spend some time eventually and get everything all connected up there. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. For anyone who is not aware, this is Minecraft Oh My World. We know her as Isabel. She is a wonderful, wonderful person, and she does beautiful, beautiful builds on her own channel. I do recommend you check her out. Lots of really great stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we're just building some trees now. I like this root. This is a cool root. 10 out of 10, would root again. This flat face bugs me. I don't like that. I think we need to find a way to kind of add a little bit more. Connect that up, maybe. Yeah. Okay, that is already so much better. Getting a little bit stuck here, but oh, look at that. See, I love that. That looks wonderful. Just kind of nested curvature. Got like this one right here, but then like a smaller one here. Just all, I don't know, it all fits together really well. Like that's kind of good. Nice. I think those roots are pretty good. I don't want to mess with them too much. That one we might bring up a little bit. I think overall this is pretty good. Maybe just like that. Actually. Ah, that's good. Put some of the roots in the ground. I always forget you can do that. Oops. Yeah, and then I think we just need to add a little bit there. Look at this. It's all coming together, guys. It is all coming together. This part still bugs me. I think maybe... maybe that's better. I think this is good, but we just want to... Yeah. No, I think that's good. I just want it to feel really, you know, like this tree is gripping the ground and holding on. I was supposed to send this message a while back, but got distracted. Elden Ring has completely enchanted me with its world. I was doing something like that in my current survival realm. Yeah. I'll be completely upfront and honest. I have not played Elden Ring yet, but I've watched people play Elden Ring. And the world building, I mean, the world building in all the Souls games has always been, like, the best part, I feel like. It's just, they're beautiful. Yeah, Elden Ring's really, they did a good job. I was a little worried. I think a lot of people were a little bit worried about where exactly they were going, you know, with this new game and everything, but they blew me out of water. Looks beautiful. It's a wonderful, 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 beautiful world. Very excited to learn more about the lore at some point. I don't actually know very much about the story. But at some point, we'll definitely have to, or maybe not we, as in like on stream, but at least I will have to check out Elden Ring at some point, because I just, if anything, just for the big tree, right? You gotta rep the big tree. Yeah, no, it's a very cool. Yeah, have you seen Elden Ring? It's like the newest Souls-like game by, I forget what the people are called. But there's a enormous tree. I can't remember what it's called now. It has like a name, I think. But it's super, super big, and it looks a lot like the well, I don't know if it looks a lot like, I think maybe the Soul Tree looks a lot like the one in Elden Ring is maybe the better comparison there, but it's sort of similar. It's a big glowy tree. You know me. We like our big glowy trees around here. Ours was first. This is true. Although it is entirely possible that with the time it takes to produce a video game, that Elden Ring actually had the idea first. Not discounting that as a possibility. But either way, it is beautiful. Bridge complete. Nice. How are we feeling about this so far? I could still see room for improvement. Got some areas that are just too many straight lines in one place. That face is really flat. Which I suppose is not always a bad thing, but I'm stuck. Yeah, no, I wish you the best of luck, because that sounds like a cool project. I feel like that happens to me a lot. As I get distracted, I'm like, oh man, I want to work on this other thing, because it's just a cool concept, you know. I'm a big fan of cool concepts. Yeah, it's fine. No. Also no. Trying to figure this out. It's like a puzzle. How can we get these blocks to fit together the way we want them to? Alright, this seems pretty promising. I don't see any obvious places on this tree anymore where I'm like, ew, that block placement is gross. Hard to believe that this was just a bunch of cylinders. Or not cylinders, spheres. When we started. I think we're just about at kind of a spot where we can paint this. The Erd Tree, that's what it's called. The Erd Tree. It is wonderful and beautiful. I love it so much. Yeah, and all the pictures of the Soul Tree at night end up looking very similar. Although, I guess the Erd Tree is like vastly larger. But I do like, I don't know, there's something about big glowy trees that it's just good, you know? It's just good stuff. Let's grab a palette. There we go. Copy this. Isn't this cool? I made a spreadsheet. I wish I could share. Let's see if I can find a way to share it with people. But I made a spreadsheet that allows you to make it takes all this information and puts it into one box, so I can copy and paste it into my Minecraft thing, and it'll automatically make a brush command for me, so I don't have to worry about it myself. I don't have to worry about typing all this stuff in every single time. Let's do this. Mask of gold. I'll just kind of paint this. This is going to be another, I'm calling them round wood. So another big gray tree with green leaves. This part's the easy part. We literally just click and stuff changes from gold into bark colors. It's so nice to see these trees not made of gold. God, this is a huge tree, though. It is. It's way too big. Hold on. Let's go over here. It's like a hillside. Maybe over here. Yeah, it's too big. Let's turn off the... I don't know. It's similar in size to some of the shadowy trees we see over there. This would be a good video. I should make this into like I should do a video like this, one of the little 30-second short videos. So this is like a good view of the forest. It's not terrible. It's just it probably is a little too big. A little bit. But let's turn off our cinematic camera. Alright, next step is details. So when I talk about details, it means that I'm going to go through with andesite walls and cobblestone walls and probably a few other things. A bit of moss carpet. Probably don't need voxel stapler right now, so I'll leave that out. Moss carpet, and I don't need to decorate around the base of the tree right yet. Maybe some glow lichen. I think we don't need to worry too much about vines. I do want to put some slabs and stairs, maybe. In a few places. Actually, probably mostly walls for right now. I think these big trees, it's just not practical to try and put too many slabs and stairs on them. One thing I wanted to ask you is, how'd you come up with your place names? A lot of it's just random gibberish, to be honest. I don't know. I combine letters together until I find something that sounds good when you say it, you know? and I try to use things that are uncommon, right? Like, calling a place, Brown Town. That sounds so bad. It's not interesting, right? I mean, there probably aren't a lot of places in the real world called Brown Town, but it doesn't evoke that feeling in my brain where it's like, I want to go visit that place, Like, it just doesn't work. Whereas something like Illias, there's an element of it that feels like, oh, that sounds like a fancy magic place, I've also started, like, putting more thought into the perception of things, right? So, with names like Illias, we want to try and develop, like, local culture. That's, like, a big thing. So things, where it's like naming conventions that are prevalent and kind of upheld, I guess. So if it's named, if we have a place that's called, like, I have a lot of places that have, I'm calling it a hard X, but I don't really know if that's really what you'd call it. We have places like, there's a city called Kaito, right? And obviously, Kaito, it's spelled with an X, and that doesn't make any sense, because if we were to pronounce it the way that it looks, it would be Ixito, maybe, or Ixito. But I made a decision at some point that hard X's were a cultural phenomena on the western coast of this continent, and so there are a number of names that now, when you see an X, you think it's it's a hard X, it's a Kaito, or there is a major wizard in the world whose name is her name is Sacanthus, and it's just these little bits and pieces. And if we use that hard X in multiple different places, in names of places and names of people, and we keep using it, over and over again, eventually people start recognizing that, and you start getting situations where people are like, oh, that person's name has an X in it, they must be from insert name of place here, right? And that's what we want. It's about normalizing it, I guess. That's a lot of it. But I think it works out well. I think it's kind of a nice touch. It definitely I don't know, it helps bring the world to life, That's important. Because it's, having your world be a living, breathing place is sometimes hard to do. Oh no. Broke my thing. But a lot of it, I mean, at its core, the vast majority is just like, oh, that sounded cool, so that's why it's called that. Nothing super interesting, unfortunately. But I mean, having things sound cool, that's a legitimate reason to do things, Makes about as much sense as anything else. I think the other thing to keep in mind when it comes to names is that almost everything in the world has a name that's based on, like, what it is or how people felt about it when they found it or whatever. Like, all these names that we see for things, like the Sahara Desert, right? Like, turns out the Sahara just means desert, like in whatever native tongue. And that's kind of the point, right? Is that, we name things, a lot of names are based just on what things are, right? We have, like, the, if, I don't know of any other examples off the top of my head, but, like, if you look at a lot of names of places around you, like where you live, you'll find out that a lot of those names, like if there's lakes, the name of the lake, if you translate it in whatever language the name originally was, it translates to, like, Blue Lake, or or like Round Lake, right? Stuff like that, where It's literally just a description of what the thing is and what was special about it. Oh yeah, Gumpy, I'll come and take a look in a second. Let me just a couple more of these so I don't forget. But yeah, you know, I mean, you can use similar sorts of things when you're naming your places. You know, things don't always have to be named, you know, random gibberish word that doesn't mean anything. It could be random gibberish word that means tall mountain, right? And there are definitely instances where you can just call something tall mountain, right? And that's okay. I think it's important to differentiate sometimes between places that are intended to be special and places that are just intended to be part of the landscape. Places that are special probably deserve names that are special. But there should be a lot of ordinary places in your world as well. Okay, we're getting a little sidetracked here. Didn't want to add too many of these. Just enough to try and fill in some of the empty gaps a little bit. Let's see, place that one. Okay. Okay, let's go visit Gumpy. There you go. See, you named your bridge a random gibberish word. That's the way of things. What are we looking at? Oh, nice. Let's see. Oh yeah, I like this a lot. This is like, oh, this is beautiful right here. This is the best part of this entire thing. I don't know why I like it so much. I just do. This is amazing. I don't know. It just looks really good. The pool kind of flowing over into the pool. What's up? Want to shape the mountain? Are you asking me if I want to shape the mountains, or are you saying that you want to shape the mountains? Excuse me. Sorry, my voice is going. Yeah, this all looks really great. Yeah, what are you looking for in terms of mountain shapes? Like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish? Yeah, I can do that. Here, give me a second. Let me switch this over so we can talk to you guys. Hold on, I have to switch this from my music to my chat. I was gonna pause the music. If we're not listening to it, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, I think that works. And then, what's up? Can you guys hear me?
Hello.
I think people who are watching on the internet, let me know if you can or cannot hear Gumpy and Richard in here. Anyway, what are we doing? What's the plan?
So I've never worked in a mountain range, so
Mhm.
I don't know where to start because I want to work on the actual palette and how the mountain looks so that I can then carve in the smaller things and work on
Mhm.
details like stones and slabs.
Okay.
Stairs and slabs and all that.
So what are
'Cause,
you? Yeah. So what are you looking for advice on? I guess.
shape and like the layering of the palettes. Because I remember at some point when I was working in Albara, you mentioned like snowy tops and then mossy and stony middle bits and all that.
Yeah. So Obviously, like I mean, a lot of it I think is just thinking about how the real world works sometimes.
I don't
So,
know mountains, man.
well, no, but I mean, you don't have to know exactly how mountains work. You just have to think about like, okay, so like if you have like, why do people's houses have pointed roofs, right? The reason they have pointed roofs is so that snow slides off of them, right? Because if you had a flat
Mm.
roof, you would end up with, in some places of the world, right, several feet of snow. Snow is heavy, so eventually your roof would fall in if you had a flat roof in a snowy place. So you'll always notice that places where they get snow, they have pointed roofs so that the snow lands on top, and then when it gets too heavy, it slides off the sides and it doesn't crush the building. In the same way with mountains and stuff, snow is always going to collect in the flatter parts, right? It sticks a little bit on the pointy peaks, but most of the snow will eventually fall off of that, the parts that are steep and land in the places where it's not steep.
Mhm.
But you also have to keep in mind that, if the snow falls too far and it drops below a certain height level, it's not cold enough for the snow to stay frozen, and it'll melt and turn into water and seep into the
Uh,
ground.
what point would you say it would probably start melting? Because I don't know
Yeah.
relatively to the
So our
height.
height level, the height level that I've been using for snow, in this world is 120 blocks. So anything above
Heavy.
120 blocks has the possibility of having snow on it, with a little bit
Mm.
of feathering up and down, right?
Uh, really quickly, what was the command for the melting brush again?
It's so you have the arrow and the gunpowder in your
Mhm.
inventory, and then you do /B space E space the word melt.
That's the one. I forgot about the E.
Mm-hmm. E stands for erode in this case. So it's a brush. That's the B. E means it's an eroding brush, and then M is melt is melt.
Yeah. So what is the palette? Because I looked on it and it just says steep mountains, and even then the palette I don't think is going to be
Yeah,
that useful because it's just stone.
yeah. I haven't spent much time um, really getting the details of the palettes together, but I think that in general, like we want things that look like solid rock to be more vertical faces and stuff that's up high. And then as we transition down to the bottoms of these peaks, the soft flat resting spaces, we want there to be more cobble, more gravel, more
Mm-hmm.
coral, more of these blocks that look like broken up little bits and pieces of things, right? Because the solid rock will hold up when it's up high, but anything that chips off of that, any little bits and pieces that fall off, they don't stay up at the top of the rock, right? They fall down to the bottom. So
Mm-hmm.
kind of like how we have it here, where we've got a lot of this clay and stone and stuff up here, but then down towards the water.
How about I start with more blocky stuff? So like the top layer I do like mostly snow, and then the layer with with like grass and moss I'll do a layer of that, and then just like really childish paintbrushing it, and then mask it to be that thing, and then add the more broken up things. So if it's like block of cobblestone, change it so it's like changes into mossy cobblestone, cobblestone, clay, stone, and all that.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm not super particular about any of this stuff. Do what feels right. I think a lot of this, I mean, I think if you stick with similar stuff to what is already here, and I mean, you should be mostly okay. I think that the biggest stuff that we want to try and fix are obviously things like floating blocks, right? Like here we've got a
Mhm.
couple pieces of gravel that are just floating. We either want to drop them down or get rid of them entirely, or anything where it's like holes in the blocks. Like we've got some spaces over here um, that have like just gaps randomly in the walls.
Mhm.
And I think fixing some of that stuff is good. I mean, obviously, I don't know if we have the bandwidth to fix every single floating block because these mountain ranges are enormous. But fixing some or all as much of as we can is good.
Um, what's the block that is like dirt with snow on top of it? What's that called?
It's snowy
Uh,
dirt, so it's
yeah,
regular grass, and then you can
Oh, you have to
debug
command it
stick it.
into snowy.
I think so.
Oh,
no,
is
you
there a
can't.
way
You
of
can't command it.
is there
Oh,
a
you
way to
can't.
brush it in?
I think so. Let me see. Let's see if I can make a brush that does that. Grass. It's grass block.
Yeah, snow is
Snowy.
true.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know if you can see the stream, but if you look, you should be. It'll take a second now. I'm watching the replay, but
Snow equals true.
yeah, snow equals true in square brackets, and that should give you a block that's snowy on top. I don't
think-
know if it'll change back because I think the biome in all of this area right now is just forest.
Oh no, without snow melting, it doesn't change back.
Oh, okay, cool.
So should I just wait? What level is this? F3. So you said 120, right?
Yeah, and we don't want it to be a hard line. Like you don't want it to be like,
No,
there's
no.
a line at 120, but
But yeah, most of the mountains up here would be snowy, kind of like up here, roughly down to maybe here would probably be like mostly snowy on the ridge of the mountain.
yeah, I think so. I think the other place where snow tends to collect is in places that are in shadow during most of the day. Because in the shade it's colder.
So like
That's all.
here and all that.
Yeah, any little pockets, little areas that are
Mhm.
kind of a little bit hidden from view. We could change the time of day too. That might help determine, where that kind of stuff happens.
I'm sorry about dog.
Oh, it's all good.
Someone rang and she's currently wanting to go at them. But is are the lakes and the rivers mostly okay?
Yeah, no, they look great. I think the biggest thing ultimately is that we're gonna want a lot more dirt and grass by the water edge, so that we
Yeah,
can justify building trees.
It's why I want to start working on the mountains now, so I can get the entire palette and then just work the grass and the dirt into
Yeah.
the edges.
No, I agree with that.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, sounds good to me. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like you're asking me for help with this, but I don't know if I know more about it than you do. Like
No, you definitely do, because I know nothing.
I don't know that there's really much that I know, but I mean, I'll do my best to help.
30% snow block. Wait, what would happen if I commanded in snow?
Like snow, like the snow blocks, the full snow blocks.
Mm-hmm.
It would just place blocks of snow.
Fair enough.
You could also change the weather. Like we could change the biomes for parts of this, and then turn on snow. That might help.
Yeah, that might help. But wouldn't it affect the whole server? Or can you do it for chunks?
Yeah, I can adjust biomes for per chunk or per selection.
Ooh, that might be good. Just to
Um,
get some of the like snow to settle in the palette.
yeah, although the big thing with that is that if we do that in command snow, it just puts snow everywhere.
Oh, true.
But I
You
think
could work with a you could work with a mask and only put snow on top of other blocks, but it will also put snow on top of snow blocks.
you could alter the mask so it puts snow on top of blocks, except for snow blocks.
Or that, yeah.
I don't know that there would be too much snow up here. I mean, I think these mountains would be snowy, pretty snowy once we get up, like really high. But down
Mhm.
here in the lower parts of the mountains, you probably wouldn't see a whole lot of snow. I mean, the amount of snow that's there might be kind of enough. It's a little dusting along the ridge lines. But
What's the command to make it so it doesn't mask air? Is it exclamation mark?
yeah. So the exclamation air will be everything except air. Everything that's
Yeah.
not air.
Yeah, that's what I need. Because I'm going to be doing the ridges and... Ooh. What the heck is this?
What?
I added, like, the
Oh,
snowy
it's
block
like
and it's...
it's dirty
What?
snow.
What?
Is that a thing? Huh,
Excuse you?
that's weird. Oh, but it only gives me a grass block. That's weird. I didn't know. Here, hold on. Let me see if I can change the biome. Really quick. Guys, we're learning something new. Apparently,
Yay.
snow can be dirty.
Dirty snow.
Is that a thing?
Dirty, dirty little snow.
Oh yeah, this is the snow block.
Is there a mountains biome? Mountains. Let's try that. Oh, but then I need to. I need
It's
to.
like ash on top of the water, on top of the snow. Like
How do you make? How do
that-
you get rid of the snow or the
this
dirt
is
on?
I guess this is a new type of texture I haven't seen before. It looks like light grey concrete powder, but
Yeah.
not. Wait,
That's
what?
weird.
I use it in roads sometimes.
Oh,
Oh, clever.
what causes it to look like that and not like white on top?
It looks.
Oh,
It
because there's no snow. This is the texture.
Oh, it
There's
always
snow
looks
there.
like that. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh dear.
oh, I had no idea.
Well, I guess that you could use this for like ash builds and that kind of stuff.
That's strange. I had no idea. Oh,
Should I use more snow then?
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
whatever Richard did looks kind of interesting.
Yeah, I feel like that's too much snow. How about
Can
I
I
just
undo?
use snow?
No, I cannot. I could.
All right, I'm gonna leave you guys to. I'm gonna go and work on my tree some more because I kind of want to get it finished.
Okay, bye. Sorry for dragging you away.
No, it's all good. I'll stay in the chat if you want to chat about stuff.
I'm probably going to be complaining about what I'm going to be doing right now.
That's fair. All right, stream. Who wants to hear Gumpy complain for 20 minutes?
Don't.
How many master builders does it take to figure out snow? That's what Finn says.
Too many. Too many.
You know what, Finn? Just okay. If you were here, Master Finn, you would have figured out snow instantly. So really,
Oh yeah.
it's your fault for not being here to assist us.
Exactly.
That's the real talk. You know.
Yeah, that's fair. I only bridge, so
Yeah.
I don't snow.
You do big builds.
Okay. Yeah.
He likes big
yeah.
builds and he cannot lie. You know.
I
well-
can't lie. That immediately went into my head.
You
yeah,
other
that's-
builders can't deny.
Just big builds. You know. He's a big build buddy. I'm just gonna end this conversation because going nowhere good.
They're always going all the best places. I'll give you a shout once I've finished up where I feel like snow would go, and then you can have a judge.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know how I don't know how much you should trust my opinion, but I will
I'm
definitely.
trusting. I'm putting the whole blame on you, my dude.
Thanks. That's
If it doesn't look right, it's your fault.
nice.
You
Nice.
could
I
always-
appreciate
you could
that.
You could ask the
Pleasure,
stream
but-
for his opinion.
Yeah, that's true. If it's good, then do I get credit for that?
No, what you say is subscribe if it's good and leave a like if it's not good.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, that's like heads I win, tails you lose.
Big brain moments.
Finn says, "Very true. I'm a genius. The walls look nice in trees." Oh, the walls that I'm placing down. Yeah. It only works because I mean that's the thing is there aren't like walls that are like normal tree color, so it really only works with these weird gray trees that we've been building. They do look nice. Yeah, this tree is too big. Too big.
This is a fair sized tree.
This is a fair sized tree. Appreciate it.
It's an admirable tree.
Can I show you a trick
Yes, please
with
do.
the tree? I'm gonna undo it, but so you select the tree with the world edit.
Mm-hmm.
wait, I'll probably say where it's going before I do anything.
That would be helpful.
So you see this acacia wood, which is
Uh-huh.
all positioned the same way,
Yeah.
and say you want it random. And you replace acacia wood. Where is it? Acacia wood with I don't know what the sign is, but
Hmm.
Oh, I
now it's
see.
all in
It's
random
random.
directions.
Oh, I like that. That's cool.
It's this sign.
Oh, an asterisk.
Oh, an asterisk.
That's the word, I think.
Asterix.
It is
Asterisk.
no. That's the word. That's what it's called. It's called an asterisk.
Asterix.
Asterisk. Yeah. I didn't make that one up. I only sometimes make up words. I like
If you
that
like it.
asterisk.
If
No, I
you
like it.
don't like it, you could do undo, and then
No,
it's
no, you're good.
back to where it was.
I like it. It looks good. Leave it. Um, wait, did you undo it?
Redo.
Oh no, you didn't undo it. I thought you did.
And now I redid it.
No, it looks good. Okay, let's add some moss carpet to the roots. It's kind of randomly.
I'm just gonna sit here and watch you build.
Okay. In fairness,
am I
that's what
not
I
good
did when
enough?
you came to do a guest build, so.
Am I not good enough to have a look now?
What's up?
No, I'm just making the joke that Richard's not. I'm not good enough for Richard to come sit and watch me
Yeah,
do
that's
whatever
true.
the heck I'm doing.
Yeah, equal opportunity staring at random builds, Richard. Okay.
Okay.
Um.
Mm,
Oh yeah. What did you name the bridge? You said it was random gibberish. What random gibberish is it?
I don't remember. It was pretty random.
That is pretty random. So random that you can't remember.
Hey, gamer.
there you go.
Wait. I don't know.
Hi.
You have to read it. You have to read it yourself. I cannot read gibberish.
You don't speak gibberish. You're not fluent.
Not fluent.
I don't know. I've heard some of the things you say. Well,
Don't take them. Don't take them out of context.
let's go look at Richard's random gibberish, and then we'll come
I've
back
just
and
been-
finish this tree.
My uncle just came in and judged me for the fact that I'm on creative rather than survival and building.
Fair
Wow.
enough.
I
Fair
know,
enough.
right?
Dang,
You
that's
should.
harsh.
You should be. You
He
should
just-
be ashamed.
He just
Yeah.
came in and asked, "What you doing? Building? Oh, nice. What you building? A mountain? And are you in creative? Yes. Oh, okay." And just walks out.
It's the
How?
Athlegia? Atheglia.
Ethologia? I'm pretty sure
Athele.
ethologia is a
Actually,
word.
it's GH would be lay. So it's Athelia. Athelia. Yeah, I like it. Athelia. That's what we're calling it.
It's the name of the bridge.
It's funny because there's actually a lake up a ways, not this lake, a different lake called the Lake Atheni, which sounds vaguely similar.
Maybe it's
Athelia.
related.
Maybe, just maybe.
I do very much like this brick and granite facade.
And dirt.
I
Don't
like
forget
this
the dirt.
random bed. That's great too. Wow. Everyone's got to have a
That's my
chance.
Slash undo.
This looks really good, dude. I like it.
Yeah, all
Thank
his builds
you.
are amazing.
Yeah,
No, not
Richard's
all
too
of
good
them.
at this game. The rest of us should just stop playing because Richard's too good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
No,
that.
this took
Yeah.
me an hour. I mean, so there put a lot of time in it.
Dude, this is gonna take me weeks.
Yeah, this tree took me an hour, and look how
It's
how
a
unfinished
tree.
it is. Still working on
Well,
it.
yeah. Well, but the tree is supposed to look natural, and a bridge isn't.
This is true. Well, how do you know that the trees here or the bridges here aren't man-made or aren't
Well,
natural made?
because this one said built by Brainbox.
Oh, that's
Wizards
fair.
could have made the trees.
Yeah, wizard trees.
Bridge
Wizard.
trees.
Wizard Tree sounds like a really good name for like a psychedelic rock song or something.
You would know.
I don't know. I mean, I know things about wizards. And I know things
Well,
about
I know.
trees.
I know a lot about psychedelic rock.
Well, there you go. See?
With our powers combined.
By our powers combined. Oh.
Initiate fusion magic for the perfect knowledge.
I like moss carpet. It's the best.
Oh my gosh, yes, it is. It is amazing. It is a lifesaver.
Just like, why would you ever use anything else to randomly
You
make
can
your build look
combine-
natural?
Combine it with green carpets, so it gets a nice color effect.
I'm not a big fan of green carpet. I don't know. It just doesn't look.
Well, you can combine them. Like 90% moss, 10% green gives a nice color shade.
Texture.
Yeah, that's true. I've been doing that with the ground. I've been mixing in moss, grass, and green wool together, and gives it a
And
nice
concrete
kind of
powder.
mottled look. No, I haven't used concrete
Imagine
powder
if you-
because if it rains,
Oh. Bless the
yeah,
rains down in
there's no weather cycle.
well, yeah, but I mean, at some point, I would like to, when we get done, I'd like to turn on the weather cycle and then day-night cycle and everything.
And just
Yeah, fair
everywhere,
enough.
everywhere the ground turns into concrete.
Yeah, which isn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's not the best either. Okay, let's do leaves.
So you want to hear a weird fact about moss carpets?
Sure.
They don't burn.
Oh, that's weird.
Which-
Really?
Well, no, it's actually very handy because if you want to spawn proof something in the Nether, you just put moss carpets on it.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. I didn't know that.
Well, then again, how much do you play survival?
Almost none.
When was the
but-
last time you had the stream?
Oh god, it was legitimately like 5 or 6 months ago, I think. Okay.
I'll be heading off.
Oh, okay, bye.
No worries. Catch you around,
Enjoy
man.
treeing, enjoy bridging. Oh no, mountaining.
Bye.
Mountaineering.
Yeah.
Bye.
And with that, our dear friend Richard was gone.
Has passed away.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not dead.
May he be remembered. May he be remembered.
He's not dead.
was a
He's
good
just
friend.
dead to us. As he left us alone.
Dead to us.
It's almost like he's got a real life. And he doesn't just play Minecraft 24/7.
Oh my
weird.
god, what is that?
I don't know. I can't imagine. Can't imagine what that's like.
Actually, I haven't been on Minecraft in a while.
Yeah, you've been slacking. I'm just
Yeah, I
kidding.
Yeah, life caught up and it just went, woman, you have responsibilities. And I was like, no, don't take me. And it dragged me anyway. And I was like, no, Minecraft.
What's that like? Sounds fun.
It was painful.
Life responsibilities. Seems like a good time.
No, it wasn't. Most certainly not.
No, honestly, like I feel that. My life seems to have getting in the way of my Minecraft frequently as well.
Ah, god damn it, life. How could you?
It's almost like Minecraft isn't like doing Minecraft for fun isn't enough to put food on my table.
Oh my god. Really? You eat
No.
food?
I try.
Oh dear.
Well, catch you later, Isabel.
Oh,
Good
bye.
to see you. Tree. Yes.
You wanna see what I've been doing in a sec?
No. Yeah, sure. give me a second. Sorry, that was unnecessarily harsh.
No, I understand. I'm just not good enough anymore.
You're only good
A
enough
great
if
and
you're
wise leader.
yeah, you're only good enough if you're online all the time. That's how that works.
You only matter if you're online and building.
Yeah, your value as a person to me relies only on your how much you build on this or how much you accomplish.
Ow, that's not a lot then.
Yeah, let me come. Okay, this is not the end of the tree. Don't worry, guys. It's just the underlayment of the branches.
By the way, Astro, today is a stream that's just been full of innuendos for you.
Not on purpose. Let's see.
I've just been trying to like where the snow could possibly gather.
Yeah, I like it.
Snow blocks. Stream, do you like it?
I think it does. The edges need to be feathered a bit. You know.
Hmm?
Like it's very hard
yeah.
lines right now.
Yeah, like I did say that I was gonna make it really harsh lined, and then once I've got like the layers of what goes where, like this is gonna be a snow layer, this is gonna be a mossy area, this is gonna be a grass area, this is gonna be a cobblestone area.
Yeah, then I
And
think
all
it
that.
looks great. The other thing you can do, I don't know if you've considered this, but you can do like around the edges if you want to try and make it blend a little bit. You can make a brush that's like 50% snow and 50% stone, and then mask stone and put it in there. So it'll just turn 50% of the stone blocks into snow blocks. So you get like a speckled feathering effect.
Yeah, but like I said, I just want to figure out like where, because the mountain range is big. It is
No.
stupidly big. So I just want to figure out what areas look like snow would fall on it, and like gather in big clumps, like on the large one so far.
Yeah, no,
for the rest of it.
Yeah, I think probably also something to keep in mind is just like some of these tip-top peaks are pretty steep, and I don't know if snow would actually collect on top of them. It'd probably collect around the base of them, and then you'd have the stone that sticks up through the middle. Just on the really pointy ones.
Actually, no, it doesn't really make a difference because I can just palette it.
Yeah.
To just mask snow for a bit and turn that into snow and all that.
Yeah. It looks good.
Good. I have so much. The mountains are so big, man.
Yeah, I mean, I would do just the little section of mountains around where you're building. Because otherwise you're going to drive yourself insane trying to do the entire mountain range.
I'm trying to get the mountain range that goes around the lake.
Yeah, that's probably the best.
And I'm not going to go any further, but even then, this mountain range is massive, just that by itself.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's big.
So if you ever want to just like come over and be like, oh yeah, that's where snow would go, you're more than welcome to.
I will probably take you up on that. I just want to finish this tree. Alright, guys, so this is like an underlay of the tree. So basically, we're just filling in the part that you're going to see if you're standing underneath the tree. And then we'll come in and fill in the part that you see from above the tree in a little bit.
Oh, Lord, he coming.
So we're really just looking to, because obviously this has some like opaque blocks like terracotta and moss in there, which we don't want on the outside of our tree. But I'm hoping that if we do a good job that from underneath, we get a little bit of darkness and shade under here, which is what I'm looking for. I saw something the other day that said that leaves in 1.19 are going to be waterloggable.
Wait, what?
I don't know if maybe it was just, I don't know, maybe it was a mod or something, but I thought I saw someone talking about that, and I was like, whoa. Because they're making the mangrove roots waterloggable, and but I saw someone saying that they were also going to do the same thing with leaves because, like, there's, they're a semi-transparent block, I guess.
I still don't know how I feel about the mangrove trees.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's okay. Not the best.
Right, let's get the grass blocks in. Or should I go with moss? Oh, I could do it moss blocks, because then I don't have the dirt layer thing at the bottom, and then work in between.
Okay, let's cut and paste this command. Okay, so this is the outer leaves, and these are a little bit brighter. Don't you worry your little head about the emerald blocks. Those are just placeholder. We are going to replace those eventually with tufts of grass and ferns. I think will end up looking excellent.
Right, let's get the banks colored in with moss.
Yeah, this is what I meant when I said the tree was too big.
You and I both have this problem. Oh no!
What
It
happened?
changes water. It changes water.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. You can exclude water if you want with a brush mask.
Yeah, the thing is, I didn't realize.
Oh, did you mess up a bunch of it? Rip.
Okay, that works. Doesn't look that bad. It'll be fine.
Famous last words.
Ellen just goes for it anyway.
I like this tree. This tree looks good.
All trees look good.
Yeah,
It's
but this
very
tree in particular looks fantastic.
This is a special tree then.
I'm great at building. I don't know if you knew this. Like, I'm seriously really good. Because, like, look at how beautiful this tree is.
I don't want to stroke your ego more. I hold the same sentiment towards Richard. If
It's
Richard
fair.
doesn't get special treatment, neither do you.
What? Why? I'm more important than Richard. Come on now.
I'll be sure to
Aw.
remind him that you said that.
Richard knows it. He knows it to be true.
Ooh.
I'm fantastic. Yeah, no, this tree does look really good.
Chat, are you gonna let this happen? Are you really gonna let this man's ego become this?
I don't think we have. I think the only people watching right now are you and possibly still Richard. I don't know. So,
You've been abandoned.
well, to be fair, we're going on 2 hours now, so
True.
this tree looks
I feel like
good. Gosh.
I feel like I could go for a few hours and just doing this, because it's just one of those things that it doesn't take much effort, because I'm just coloring.
Paint by numbers.
Pretty much.
Alright, guys, so we switched the mask. We're literally just painting with grass and ferns, but we're replacing all the emerald blocks. So as we click, things will just get kind of fuzzy. Which is perfect, because that's what I want.
I'm just
This-
trying to mask the edges of all the water.
This might be one of my favorite trees I built. You should come look at this tree.
I'll do you one better. I'll look at the stream.
I'm not going to look at the tree anymore then, so you have to come look at it in person. No, I'm kidding. It is a beautiful tree, though.
My dude, I have built many a tree like this.
Yeah, but this one's pretty.
It is pretty. I'm not saying it's not pretty. I'm just saying it's giving me flashbacks.
Yeah, I feel that. It actually isn't as big as I thought it was going to be. Like, or at least it doesn't... It's not overwhelmingly big like I was worried that it would appear. It's just large.
And in charge.
Large and in charge. Large tree.
Oh boy, he big.
I like it. Alright. I'm going to take a few more self-indulgent pictures. And,
Go for it.
yeah.
And then do you want to come over and help?
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, boy.
That's quite a view. I love the, I guess this is sunrise, technically. It kind of feels like sunset, though, because it's kind of orange, but... I don't know, just, it looks really pretty. We'll have to add a few more small trees around here somewhere. Okie dokie. I'm gonna wrap the stream up here for today, guys. But thank you for coming and saying hello, and for anyone who's watching this after the fact. Yeah, glad you could see and join in. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.
And see you all dudes in the next video.